we're going to show you how we did Christmas. This is our daughter. This is Eve. You are number
11.
Number 11 of our 16 children. My name is Jenny. I'm the mum. And we're going to show you just how we put together Christmas for 2020.
So this year's theme was Merry Meadows, and so it's all about like the country vibe and like flower fields, windmills, wheelbarrows, and everything.
Butterflies, yeah, lovely little birds and mushrooms, and it's a really sweet, pretty theme this year. So we're just going to show you how we put it all together and how we did it on a budget, because we actually used a lot of things that we've had from previous Christmases and we've reused them and repurposed them for this year. So let us show you what we did. So to start with, we bought some lovely pale pink and white checked material which we made into tablecloths. We also found this material which we thought was just beautiful. It's got tiny little strawberries on it as well, and we actually sewed that into our serviettes. The napkins, they were on our plate settings. And then of course, if you're thinking country and fields, you have to have some sort of grass, so we actually went out and bought some artificial grass from the hardware store. We bought 2 squares of it, split it down the middle, and this is what made our center runner for the table.
Now Mum and I were actually op shopping and we found this cute little bucket and we thought it matched our theme very well, so we bought it. And we just got some of the white and pink checked material that we used for the tablecloths and put it inside the bucket.
And then we actually put breadsticks in there on the day when we were serving lunch.
Okay, so these mushrooms we actually bought last year at the Christmas sales, like after Christmas sales. And so we got them really super cheap. The dish that they're in, we already had that, so we were just reusing it.
Yep.
Then we just put some Florist Oasis inside, and we used some extra greenery that we had to fill in the gaps, and we just put some wire in the bottom of the mushrooms to stick them in.
And it made a really cute little decoration for the end of the table.
The kitty cat came courtesy of Mum's garden.
I have a lot of little ornaments and things in amongst my plants, so he normally sits out on my veranda, and so he made it onto the table this year. Okay, so we went searching for a little windmill because we thought that would be perfect. And this one, again, we picked up at a second-hand shop, so it didn't cost us a lot of money. And it's metal, so I'll be able to use this out in my garden as well. And again, last year in the after Christmas sales, we came across this cute little tree ornament, this little nest with these eggs in it, and we thought, oh, that's going to be perfect for our theme, so we picked that one up as well. And I think this is the trick to saving money at Christmas time, is to look at those after Christmas sales and see if you can find things for next year that you can buy at half price or better. Some places even have, 70 and 80% off items, so that's the time to buy it. Don't pay full price for any of these items. Now the main part of our table decorations was this beautiful flower box that we had right down the center of our tables. Now we had our 2 dining tables that we normally have in our dining area, and we had to bring in 3 trestle tables to seat everybody around our table for our big family. This flower box is actually from previous Christmases. So inside here you've got 2 long boxes side by side just clipped together. They were actually used at our Japanese Joy Christmas a few years back. So we've reused those. We put Florist Oasis in the base. We've put ferns in there as well. And then all these beautiful flowers. Again, we picked these up from a shop, and they were all marked down, so they were greatly reduced in price. And we've just strung some little lights in amongst there as well. Now, to turn it into a flower box, at one of the cheap stores, we actually bought these little plastic pickets, and they just all clipped together around it, which was a lovely effect, I thought. We had a little, one of my favourite parts was the little gnome. I think he's adorable. And then we put our theme on the side. So we've just got some letters here. And again, these were really cheap. We just bought a couple of packets so we could spell out Merry Meadows. And then we've just painted them so that you can read them against the white.
This wheelbarrow is actually something that Dad and I made for a school project, and we just spray painted it white. Then we just put some bunches of flowers on top, some gardening gloves, a couple of garden tools, a little bird, and a baby squirrel.
The green tinsel was from past Christmases. The soft yellowy gold tinsel and the pink we actually picked up this year in one of the stores. And then also when we were buying the material for the tablecloths, that particular shop had the lovely gold and pink poinsettias as well. Now, being a lovely flowery kind of theme, we thought it would be absolutely gorgeous for all the girls to be able to wear a ring of flowers around their head. So we found these headdresses at a store, but it wasn't the right colours with the gold and red, so we actually added the little white and pink flowers to it, and they're just wound on with some fishing line. It was a little fiddly, it was a little time consuming because we had a lot of them to make, but I think it just added something extra special. All the girls wore soft, lovely, flowy dresses. We all try and dress in the colours that we'd chosen, which was the yellow, the pink and the green this year. So just adding these as part of the full outfit was just, I think it was really special.
We're all about reusing what we already have, and we actually had these from our beach party Christmas, and we thought that they would be good because they have a sort of a country feel to them.
Now, I have a very creative elf because Eve came up with the idea to turn our lights into clouds. So we actually wrapped like cushion filler, like the fluff inside cushions, around our lights, tied it all on, and we had some LED lights that we have strung from one light to the next. And then what's really super cute is that this is a rain cloud over here. So Eve actually threaded all the raindrops off the bottom of our cloud so that we've got a little rain cloud over this side of the room. And you can't have a field full of flowers without a few butterflies as well. So we hung butterflies off the LED lights over the dining tables. Every year when we sit down to our Christmas table at lunchtime with the family, we have what we call table toppers. Now these are basically just a fancy or a crafty name card. So it tells everyone where they are sitting at the table. And now we like to try and keep it with the theme, so it becomes quite a challenge every year to come up with something that we can make that goes with our theme. So this year, being Merry Meadows, we thought a little bucket of flowers would be really appropriate. So we went about trying to figure out how we could make little buckets, which was quite interesting. And we spent many a late night with a hot glue gun making up these gorgeous little settings. So here's just a little bit of footage of us late at night making these up. One thing we did do a little bit differently this year was to do our present exchange outdoors. Now every year we sit in our lounge room and we exchange our gifts, but being the fact that it's in the middle of summer here in Australia and it's hot and our family just keeps growing, because we've got boyfriends and girlfriends and fiancés and spouses and grandbabies, it's getting a little squishy in that room. So we actually decided this year that it would be better to go out the backyard and spread out a little bit and exchange the gifts out there. And I think that that was really successful. I think we'll be doing that from here on out. So it was nice just to have a little bit more space to enjoy the gifts and the actual opening it, instead of just trying to get it done as fast as you can and out of the room because it's so hot. And it also afforded you and I the space to get lunch organised and onto the table much easier with not so many people around. I think that was good. Yeah, that was good.
So if you've got any more questions about Christmas and how we do it, drop them in the comments below.
We hope you all had a very blessed Christmas with your families, and let's hope that 2021 is a less challenging year than what this one has been. So we will catch you next time. Thanks so much for joining us this year and for watching all of our videos. God bless.